I stated in the beginning that all the things you don't want to see go up went up. Since 1971, the global production of vegetable oil has skyrocketed suspiciously with the same steep increase as the national debt. Obesity in children has quadrupled. It is just way too saddening for me to give you a list with stats talking about how obese people are now. It doesn't make me feel very hopeful when I research these things, and I don't feel like putting my thoughts on paper. So, instead of me putting in all the effort to summarize the most insane stats, you can go ahead and do that yourself. You will be shocked, scared, disgusted, and sad. Just to be clear. Yes, many other factors influence the way the world works and evolves. I am not claiming that the money itself is making people fat or the money itself is causing wars. What I am claiming is that there is evidence of a change in incentives due to the policies from centralized powers that have used their ability to create debt and therefore inflate the money supply. With hyperinflation together with shrinkflation as a devastating global consequence. One could think about this claim a little longer and realize that there are a lot more and a lot worse consequences that have come from this chain of events. Just think about what most people would do if they won the lottery. For example, $150 million. They would probably spend it as fast as possible. We probably have all thought of it before. Win $150 million. Buy a $25 million house and give your 25 closest family members and friend $1 million house each. Buy a yacht, a couple of expensive cars, watches, go to fancy dinners, travel the world by private plane, get private concerts by your favorite performers, etc. When someone gets a large amount of free money, they tend to spend it on short-term gratification. It is quite rare for someone to be not only financially responsible when given a large sum of money, but usually, they aren't that wise either. 70% of lottery winners spend or lose all the money they won in 5 years or less, regardless of the amount they won. The people in this world that have the ability to increase the national debt are no different than you, me, or the people that won the lottery. Except of course that they can print an unlimited amount of money. Besides their superpower, they are just people. Flawed, imperfect, unique, probably very nice in person. They are driven by incentives, and unless there is a safe way out for them and their families, there is no reason to leave their power. When someone wins the lottery, there is no incentive for them to spend God knows how much time, energy, and talent to find a cure for cancer, fix world hunger, and save humanity from climate change by taking the risk of losing the free money they got when they can just spend it on fun shit for the fam. Duh. There is an infinite amount of cash in the Federal Reserve. We will do whatever we need to do to make sure there's enough cash in the banking system. Neel Kashkari, President of the Federal Reserve Bank of Minneapolis, 22 March 2020. Do you think that the people who say things like that are the world's most trustworthy, financially responsible, wisest, bravest, and kindest leaders there are? Although I do blame the people with the money printers because they are responsible. I just understand that if you are in that position there is no incentive to quit doing it. Especially when so much in this world completely relies on creating more debt. It is an addiction. The best thing to do is to just quit as soon as possible so that you have more time to focus on getting better. Every time you use it again, it not only becomes harder to quit but also hurts a lot more when you finally do. Destroying yourself and everything around you along the way. Pour yourself a drink. Don't look at the clock because it's always happy hour at the Federal Reserve.